Welcome to this edition of our SMA International News for the month of March. In this edition we have stories from Italy, where we learn about the SMA lay associations there. Then in Ivory Coast to the Centre Donata to learn about their treatment of the condition Burili ulceration. And to Benin Republic to visit a parish in which the SMA have worked since 1948. To begin our March edition, we will go first to Italy, where we learn more about SMA Solidale Onlus and Dumas Eau de Vie, which are lay associations of the province.
At the Provincial House of Italy in Genoa, we are not only working to renew the facade of the house, but also to improve our collaboration with the lay people who also share our SMA spirit.
Collaboration with lay people is part of our mission. First, in the field, because when we are on mission, our first collaborators are the catechists, who are lay people, and often with us there are also lay missionaries. This collaboration with the laity is also exercised when we return to our houses, in our activities here in Europe, because in all our houses or communities, we are surrounded by volunteers, associations, and by lay collaborators who put their competence in the service of the mission.
The province of Italy has two associations, SMA Solidale Onlus and Dumas Eau de Vie, where there are lay people who are involved in the two associations. We met at the Genoa House to discuss the history that unites us, the present and the future, and see how we can collaborate to better respond to the mission of the SMA, especially in Africa.
SMA Solidaire Onlus is an association of SMA fathers and lay volunteers who support projects in Africa and Europe. Social work projects presented by fathers or sisters whom we know and who are also part of our community. I am Orlando, and I am a lay volunteer with the SMA in Ferriol, Padova. My engagement started 5 years ago when my wife and I participated in a biblical training offered by the School of the Word. This pushed us into a missionary commitment with the SMA in the Dumas Association.
The Dumo Association, Diamo Uno Mano, means let's give a hand. It exists in Ivory Coast, in Tabu, San Pedro, Abidjan. In Italy, we can count on the help of about 300 people. More than 15 associate members who take upon themselves to study each month different projects. Currently, we support in San Pedro, in Ivory Coast, the care centre for burn ulcer called Donat Centre. We are also providing significant remote adoption assistance to 130 children from San Pedro, Tabu, and other locations. We try to respond to the urgent needs that the SMA fathers and the OLA sisters bring to our attention from their mission.
And next we go to Côte d'Ivoire. The Donata Centre is a medical facility in Côte d'Ivoire which brings comfort and hope to many. The Donata Centre is a specialist healing unit for particular medical conditions including Buruli ulcers.
The Buruli Ulcer Care Centre, Donata, is a private social institution that was created thanks to Sister Maria Donata Tarabuccia of the Congregation of the Sisters, Servants of the Child Jesus of San Pedro. It was built in 2007 and started its activities in 2008. Since September 2017, the management of the centre has been entrusted to the Fathers of the Society of African Missions.
For us, the centre is a place for Buruli ulcer patients, people who are in great need. And this reflects and resonates with the SMA charism and mission, which is the care of those who are most in need, the poorest and the most abandoned. In response, we have seen that we could contribute to the care of these patients. And we could do this by helping to improve and raise the standard of the centre, so that it could not only be a centre for initial and basic care for Buruli ulcer patients, but that it could grow and also provide ongoing and extensive treatment.
This patient has been here since the 9th in a very critical condition. The foot was all swollen, the nerves were out, there were wounds everywhere. But so far, there is a lot of improvement and evolution. We no longer see the nerves. We are in process of filling them, and when it is well balanced, we will change the procedure and move on to healing.
By the grace of God, since I arrived here, things have been going very well. I even thought they were going to cut my foot off, seeing the state of my foot. But by their care and the grace of God, I begin to feel that my foot is better. I can say that this centre works thoroughly and with all their strength, so that all patients who come here receive the appropriate care.
I am Mark Urbain, medical doctor. The lady is called Kambu Monique. She came in a very critical condition. You can see for yourself the wound. It was really very serious. All the skin that was here was gone. I had to strip it. I removed the skin, and here is the wound that came out, but it's still dirty. We must continue to dress it so that the wound becomes red. Otherwise, her condition is beginning to improve. By the grace of God, she will get fine.
When I came, the foot was totally rotten. After 4 months, they did the transplant. All of this was a wound. It was covered by this donor skin. They removed the edema of the skin of the thigh to stick it to the wound so that the healing is fast. The centre is welcoming. We are well taken care of. That is why today I'm sitting here. After 7 months, I can say that I am almost healed. I can only give thanks to God. The person who created the centre, I say thank you for thinking of the patients of Africa, especially the patients of the Ivory Coast, precisely San Pietro, who thanks to their support can have their Buruli ulcers treated, and others too can treat their wounds.
Here we have a young student in 6th grade called Sally. The parents were in the village with her. She arrived here in critical condition. We accepted her thanks to Donata Centre. Her wound is better, but her general condition is deteriorating. We would therefore like to launch a heartfelt cry to people of goodwill to help her. She was operated at the regional hospital because we can't do it. Her wound is better, but her general condition is deteriorating, and so we will refer her to the regional hospital. The doctor will refer her to the regional hospital. The treatment of the sick here is very good, so much so that we want to refer them to other places and they refuse to leave. But in the case of little Sally, her case is beyond our ability. The sick people who come here are mostly people who don't have enough means. And they also come here when their condition is critical. They go first to the witch doctors, traditional healers, and it is when these things don't work that they come here. These are patients who have no means. That must be absolutely emphasised. Even to feed themselves is a problem. All the more important is to take care of their health. The centre is therefore obliged to come to their aid.
We appeal to people of goodwill. This centre is a place where charity is applied. And if we are going to make this hospital stand and do more and meet the local needs it faces, then of course we need funds. And in this we rely on Providence and on the generosity of people and organisations who can help us to upgrade and renovate the centre. We also wish to expand the services available here. For example, to include maternity and other medical services. We are therefore appealing to everyone, to all those who can help either in renovation work or in sponsoring medicines, equipment, and services for the sick. We also have to pay staff. To do all these things, we have to reach out to our benefactors in Italy. If there are more people to support us in this work, I think that this activity, this ministry that Christ has exercised in healing people, can be carried out more here in this centre.
And now we go to the Republic of Benin, where we learn more about the parish of St. Peter in Calais, a parish in which the SMA has been involved since 1948.
The parish of St. Peter of Calais is located in the north of the Republic of Benin, precisely in the diocese of Andeli. The parish is within a sector made up of 3 SMA parishes, which form the sector of Neki. St. Peter of Calais was created on October the 12th, 1995. Before its creation as a parish, it depended on the Immaculate Heart of Neki, the mother parish, and it was from this parish that St. Peter of Calais was created. The creation of the parish was done in 3 main stages. The first stage from 1948 to 1987. During this period, the SMA fathers of the time arrived in Calais and carried out activities. These activities pushed them little by little to create primary schools in the locality. And for the secondary schools, the children are going to the nearby town of Neki. From 1987 to 1995, the SMA fathers who are in Neki wanted to make Calais a parish, and that was done on the 12th of October 1995. We can say that thanks to the efforts made by our valiant predecessors and the work we are doing ourselves today, the parish of Calalay is more or less doing well. And we're trying today to continue the work of evangelization. However, our pastoral effort is undermined because of the problem. It should be noted that our parish is on the border of Nigeria. So we have a lot of challenges. Challenges at the pastoral level. It is now difficult to regularly visit our village communities. They are, however, not abandoned. We try somehow to visit them from time to time. In face of this situation, we have the closeness of our local superior, Father Chalakou, and our bishop, who do not fail to inquire about us. We also had the visit of the Apostolic Nuncio of Benin, Togo, on Monday, February 27th, in Calalay. This visit was very important and very significant for our parish community. The Nuncio came to inquire about our news, comfort us, and encourage us in our missionary work. And I can say that this visit by the Nuncio did a lot of good for our Christians.
And now, Jubilee celebrations. We wish a very happy 60th priestly anniversary to Father James Gessler of the American province, and also to Father Claude Raymond and Father Pierre Kunigel, both from the province of Strasbourg, who celebrated their 60th priestly anniversary recently. And so this brings us to the end of this edition of our SMA International News for the month of March. We look forward to being with you again next month, when we will have new stories and information about SMA mission, and we hope you will join us then.